Kia ora and good morning. We are leaving Tongariro National Park and we are heading to Wellington this morning. I think it's about a 5-hour journey, so be spending a fair bit of time on the bus. Yeah, it's been awesome doing the crossing here. It was good to catch up on some sleep last night. Finally, after a good few days, getting over the jet lag, so body clock's adjusting. Had a pretty good sleep, but still a little bit fatigued and tired from the big hike yesterday. So it'd be nice to have a chilled one on the bus, to be honest, today. And yeah, onwards to Wellington. What town are we in again, cowboy?
Taihape, mate.
Taihape.
Yeah, Taihape.
So just pulled up to Taihape, and apparently this is the Gumboot town, and apparently they have competitions for throwing gumboots in New Zealand. I think it might be a little bit of a niche sport, but apparently we've gone rogue. It's not part of the official itinerary. The Cowboys stopped here. We're gonna have gumboot throwing competition. Let's get it. Hello. Whoa! Crikey!
Yes!
Nice one. Alright.
That's the way to go. Got that far the first time.
Was that your technique, the spinning, is that the way to go?
No.
I feel like that'd be less accurate.
All I know is you don't want, if you throw it too high, it catches, the wind catches it, it just stops. Straight up though.
Oh, wow. He doesn't need to compensate. Oh, he's got the roll! I reckon frisbee might be the way to go.
What's worked reasonably well?
Frisbee. Frisbee.
Oh!
Not bad.
Qualified. No.
Way! Way! He's got the catch.
Let's play baseball.
Go on, Gracie.
Get angry.
Get angry. Think of the last guy that screwed you over. That'll get you angry. Oh yes, get going, keep going, keep going.
Well done.
Whoa!
Well done. That was the boot throwing competition. Harder than it looks. Felt like nearly threw my pec out. Arm feels tingly from the whipping action. Seems to be a few techniques there. Couple going for the shock put, couple going for the frisbee, couple going for the javelin. But I missed the intro and the tips, so I probably got about third, I think. And onwards to Wellington. Alright, we've stopped in a little town for some lunch. It is called Bulls. The reason why it's called Bulls is because they used to have a little general store and it was called Bulls, and that's all that it was. So everyone used to just say, let's go down to Bulls. And apparently they've got these milk cans, things they store milk in, for bins. So pretty exciting stuff there. Wow. Incredible. And it's also known for its silly puns, so that's my contribution. Let's have a look around this bullshit town. Small little town, little bull on the wall. Coming into Bullseye Cafe. About to try a New Zealand pie.
Hey people, delete that one. Ready?
Getting a pie?
Pie.
Better than Australia? No. It's all hype, people. It's all hype. And what did you think?
So good.
It's so good?
Yeah.
Live up to expectations?
Above.
Above expectations? Wow.
How, scenic, what was it? Like a transcending experience. It's a spiritual moment.
Wow. You're enlightened now. You know the meaning of life.
Yeah.
Amazing. So, first beef pie experience in New Zealand. And I can say it is about the same as Australia. So, as you could imagine, we're both renowned for it. So, you could say that it'd be on par. So that was just an average pie from Australia, basically. Bloody hell. It's just like this little freaking small town in the back arse of nowhere. It's got the freaking busiest road going through it. Good luck getting through there without getting hit by a car. But I made it, baby. And we're leaving Bulltown, way to Wellington. Let's go.
I guess out of the system, like out of nature, when you kill an animal or when you try and take something like a tree, you always ask permission. So that's what Maui did. He told his brothers to. The blood that ran down around the fish is said to be all the rivers and streams that run through the North Island. The ferries that take over us to the South Island takes you about 3 hours. We've got a cinema as well on those ferries. We'll try and aim for. I'm going to tell you a story that's in the Wellingtonians' hearts. That's what we call people who live in Wellington, Wellingtonians.
There is the city of Wellington. Alright, so we made it to Mount Victoria. Oh, little Finchy. Let's suss out these views, boy.
Yes, indeed.
Here in Wellington. Plane coming into land. Most beautiful city I've seen so far in New Zealand. We had made it to Wellington City. With a bit of free time in the afternoon, we decided to take a cable cart up this steep hill to the botanical gardens. Some pretty cool squiggly looking trees. Got a pigeon party going on here. Mike Tyson's pets. Hey, you guys native? What are you doing here? How'd you get here? They're not scared of humans, that's for sure. Excuse me, sir. Are you native? You look different to these pigeons. You're a brown one, aren't you? Been out in the sun. Someone left you out in the sun too long. Duck food. Please return empty bags. These things are gonna go crazy, I reckon. Towards Wellington, walking through the botanical gardens, coming through a cemetery. Must have been one of the original cemeteries in the town. Sort of to be in this location. Age 33, who departed this life on November 28th, 1882. Lolo Loyan Harris. Wow. Must be the original gravestone, you would think. Deeply mourned by his sorrowing widow and friends. May his soul rest in peace. Rest in peace, Lowell. Still heading down to Wellington. Have not seen a cemetery built on the side of such a freaking steep hill. Wow. And there's the city right there. There's something else. So this is bizarre. We just crossed over the highway there and crossed over the bridge, thought the cemetery was over, and she just keeps going. So I dare say it was linked to the top of the hill before, and they've chopped through it for the road. It's one of the more random things I've seen, that's for sure. After the botanical gardens, it was time to run back to the hostel to get dressed up for a main feed with the gang, and then throw on our dancing shoes to dance the night away. Coming on to switched on bikes. So we've got a couple of hardtail mountain bikes with electric motors on them. Just gonna grab them from this place called Switched On Bikes, about 85 New Zealand dollars for the day. Me and Lada. There she is. And yeah, we're gonna head up to Zealandia, which is a massive bird sanctuary with all natural bush. So they're trying to restore the natural ecosystem there. It's 225 hectares apparently, and it's the only sanctuary so close to a city. So there you go. Onwards and upwards.
What is?
Onwards and upwards.
Upwards?
We continue.
We continue. Ah, what you said?
Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If you hear me pointing out the obvious, I'm talking to the camera.
Okay. Okay. You're not talking to yourself.
Yeah.
So no schizophrenia. Nothing I have to worry about.
Don't need to book an appointment.
Yeah.
Easy. Wow, this is quite steep. Can't believe how easy these bikes are to pedal. Wow. What a place to live. Yeah.
Almost there. Sharp turn.
Yeah. Thank you. Graceful. Just push it up. Ah, no. Did they? You hadn't stopped before they came across?
No.
No.
No. The flowers stopped me.
Yeah. Stop to smell the roses. Do you want me to take your bike?
Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
You coming up to Zealandia. On the wall there, they've got that insect that he was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Jason gave us in the bus.
Yeah.
And it's older than a dinosaur.
Older than dinosaurs. Breathes out of his kneecaps. And weighs as much as a small bird.
Hello.
Welcome to Zealandia. Looks like Jurassic Park. Dinosaur comes galloping out of the woods. You never know.
We didn't have any land mammals, so we've introduced all of these, which have had a huge effect on especially our bird life. That's why we've excluded them.
So across here we've got some real native bush. The guide was just saying that that's never been cleared. So this was originally farming land,
The foliage.
and
There's a nest
so because
there,
that
and
hill
you can
there
see
was so
two
steep
big
it was never
chunks
cleared,
being fed.
so that there is old natural forest there.
So the Taihape, there's only about only around 500 of them left in the world. So they're very rare. Up until the 1940s, it was believed that these four birds were extinct.
No snakes here. Oh.
And an apple.
Temperature immediately drops, it's a bit darker. This is really typical of lowland New Zealand bush. You know, it's damper. There's a lot of humus on the ground.
What is humus?
So this is humus. So self-fertilizer really,
Ah, yes.
you know,
Yeah.
which will slowly rot down. These are the Taihape or saddleback that we've been hearing. So hopefully we'll spot one of those soon. finned eel, endemic to New Zealand. And as a boy growing up here in the countryside, all as we wanted to do when I'd go and visit my friends' farms was try and catch these in a creek, because they were so mysterious and, you know, never very successful. It was just the fun of doing it, really, you know.
Weak eyes, small head, basically useless. No. Cute but useless.
Designed for these carcas. So they're the only ones that have figured out how to open those petals. You watch them.
Apparently they were the rodents, the original rodents of New Zealand, outdating the dinosaurs. Those little bugs there called the weta, roaming the forest floor and growing up to the size of a small bird, and they predate the dinosaurs apparently. Cool to see a real one, or just a baby. Just finished our 2-hour tour walk, stocking up on a big breakfast and a coffee, much needed, before we continue our journey to the turbine. Woo! Working our way up this bloody crazy zigzag trail, working our way up to the fence line of the sanctuary. These electric bikes assist, but they're still not a full-on motorbike, so still hard. If you push hard, you can still get a decent workout. I feel like if you just pedal softly and let the motor half do the work, helps. Ciao bella! Riding along the fence line, on the way to the wind turbine, on our e-bikes. Hopefully there's no prickles. Sometimes you just have to say she'll be right. Hard to know what gear to be in with these e-bikes sometimes. Sometimes you think the motor's going to get you up the hill, sometimes it doesn't. We have a German girl in front of me. She's quite impressive on this bicycle. Yeah! 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 There's the wind turbine. Nearly there. Woo! Turbine. Unfortunately, it's not as sunny as it was yesterday, but that's alright. We make the most of it. Now we're heading to Taihape, and should get there a couple of hours before it closes. So should be a fun ride down the hill. And it's slightly windy if you can't tell. Be careful, Laura, be careful! Oh, be careful, Laura! Oh, fuck, she's flying! Laura, be careful! Slow down! Make sure you stick to the left of the road.
You don't have to stop. It's
Awesome. Went up to the turbine, come barreling down that hill, eh?
It's good,
Yeah.
it's fun.
Taihape Museum, Wellington. It is very good to get out of that wind. It is definitely living up to its name as the windiest city in New Zealand. So here we are.
We saw that.
Taihape. That was Taihape. I'm absolutely spent from the day. Time to quickly get some food, some kai, and bedtime, early start. Got to be on the bus around 4 tomorrow, I think, and then getting on the ferry, and then onwards to Nelson. Good night, my G.